You could fit, I don't know, a small child in it if you wanted to. I'm single. My children are all grown up, so grown up now. I have to try online dating. Quincy. Okay, so it's New Year's Day and I'm meeting a friend for coffee in 15 minutes. No, not 15 minutes, in 45 minutes. I've got up, got dressed. Fridge raid going on here, as you can see. I mean, horrible state of vegetables, horrible, I don't know what that cloth is, apologies. Intentions today are to just be healthy and social. I've got my leggings on, they're Varley. I quite like them. I have to say I had no idea leggings were so comfortable. This is how often I wear leggings, like never, literally never. So here we go. So it's going to be a good start to the day. So I'm going to this really lovely place for coffee, which is freakishly open on New Year's Day. So that's good. Okay, all right, bye. Quincy is also eating healthily. She's got leftover turkey, which I bag up and freeze in the freezer. And then I made a load of broth for her. So I mixed it all together. Anyway, that's a thrilling thing. Quince, come and get your food, darling. Quince, come on. Where is she? There she is. Look. Come on, say hello to everyone. Say hello. Come on. There's a good girl. There's a good girl. Come on. Quince is a rescue. She's from Romania. And she has a beautiful life now. And she's very loved. But she's very annoying as also. Because sometimes rescue dogs, you know, they are high maintenance, but she's turned into a really good girl now. She is still annoying though, I can't pretend. She's really got a problem with the postman. I mean, I would fear for him and her if she ever actually gets at them. I don't know what would happen, but she likes to intercept all the mail that comes through the door and eliminate it. So she takes it upstairs and which is great. You know, if it's something important you've been waiting for. It's too big to get up the stairs, Quince, I think. Okay. So I've arrived at Teal's and I'm just waiting for my mum. My mum? God, I hope not. She died about 30 years ago. No, not that that's funny. It's not funny at all, but that's weird. I wonder why I said that. I am waiting for my friend who is an artist. Not that that's relevant, but she's quite tricky, and I know she won't want to be filmed, and I'm totally okay with that. I wouldn't want to be filmed. She's not tricky. I absolutely adore her, but she's quite tricky as well, so she definitely won't want to be filmed. And sorry, this is really basic. I'm so dumb, but I don't know where am I meant to be looking? Like, is it the camera up there? I'm going to have to speak to my daughter about this. Anyway, as you can see, I'm not sitting in a beautiful car. It's my car is 400 years old, and I'm always grateful when it starts. It does start quite well, but it had a problem overheating. Anyway, this is incredibly boring and I can't even bear to look at myself. So I think Teal's is about to open. I am going to take you in just so you can see. I plan at some point in this thing that I will say like where I live and everything, so I'm not going to repeat myself, but I do live in Somerset. I did live in London, live in Somerset now, and it is a culture shock. And I live in quite a lively part of Somerset. I hope I'm looking at the right place. Right, is it there? Do I look at my own reflection? I don't know. She's not here yet, but I will, yeah, I'll take you in with me because it's a really fantastic place. I mean, so ambitious. What they've done with it is just amazing. But I will let you see. So this is Teal's. As you can see, it's beautiful. Lots of deliciousness. Basket quest continues.
We are the basket women.
So Colette and I were in France a couple of years ago for the murderest holiday ever, and we were obsessed with finding baskets when we did. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that. What do we think? Is this basket too big? Colette is asking. I don't know. You could fit, I don't know, a small child in it if you wanted to look at me. This is the new Kath Kidston range, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she's so clever.
Is this really her? Because she sold her
Yeah,
her
yeah,
brand.
no, it's really her. It's really her. In fact, does it say about her there? I don't know, but it's all about geraniums or
Oh,
something.
lovely.
Which is, yeah, lovely smell. And just gorgeous things. So, this bit up here is the books. Book section, stationery, gorgeousness. And it's beautiful. And then you can see as well the whole place. So over there in the corner there's bread and charcuterie and a deli and then the cafe bit is over there in that corner. So these are great. These are like little books. I don't know, made out of pea shoots or something. I don't know. They're not pea shoots, but they're all different. So that's coffee beans, kiwi fruit. And Colette's just saying that she needs to get her diary because if she doesn't get her diary immediately, I think it's almost too late, Colette, anyway, for you to get a diary now. It's January the 1st. Look how yummy these are, Colette. Oh, I would eat that one. Although are they lentils? They don't even look cooked. Oh no.
They are. They're
They're those big fat
ones.
wee ones. They're lovely. Yummy. Okay, so just got back from having a coffee with my friend, and I'm gonna make a soup. Today is just new start, new year, all of those cliches which are just also true. Yeah, that's not a good look. Put some lipstick on so I don't frighten myself when I watch this back. Charlotte Tilbury, if anyone wants to know. Yeah, so, all right, so we're going to do it. Hopefully you can see me. I just literally propped you up. You're just propped up over there. So we have just literally leftover things from Christmas. The celery, horrible semi-mouldy carrots, parsnip, shallots, leeks. I don't know if you can hear Quincy barking, but you know how I referenced that she's really annoying. I'm going to move that out of the way. That is the Petronella book, which I think it's genius. I think she's brilliant, but I think it's really hardcore. And I think sometimes if you have any sort of disordered eating, which let's face it, a lot of us do, particularly of my generation, it might be problematic. However, I think that the core principles of it are really good. And I've got oregano and bay leaves. Maybe I've got some garlic. Oh, I've got a big chunk of in here. You see a big chunk of ginger, and then also some garlic. So it's just going to be a hearty, healthy soup, but just in the sort of Petronella vibe of not adding anything that isn't supernatural and not mixing up proteins. In case you don't know who Petronella is, and I'm sure you do, but she wrote this book called The HBD. So she's a Londoner. She's a nutritionist for sure. She's very qualified. I think she lives in Florida now, and it is amazing. Like, you do get amazing results, but it is quite tricky. So I have to be quite careful that I don't just go completely off the deep end with it. But anyway, so we're going to have a vegetable soup for lunch. It's freezing and it's pissing down outside today, so I'm really pleased that I'm doing this, and I hope that it's not unbelievably tedious for you to watch. Anyway, I will come back with a finished result. Okay. So here it is, on the go. Yummy, yummy, looking really quite disgusting actually, but hopefully it will taste nice. I think it will. I mean, I love soup. Everybody loves soup, don't they? But so we shall see. I will show you when it's finished. Quince. Whoops, Quince. Come on, Quince. Quincy. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, hello. It's actually the following day and I am going to work, so I'm going to get my soup. I've got a little flask that my daughter bought for me for Christmas, and then I'm going to show you my walk to work, which is, I've got used to it completely, but it's incredibly beautiful. Well, I say my walk to work, I drive at park and then there's just a little walk by the river, and then you'll be able to see where I work. Okay. Okay, so this is my little walk to work. It's just very beautiful and very, very charming. There's a little, this is the River Brue. It's a beautiful day today. Oh God, I wish I wasn't at work. It's one of those really bright, clear, bitterly cold. Look, here's the river. Now this river will turn into a torrent. It's terrifying. It goes up so fast. So one of the good things about bitterly cold weather when it's not raining is I get to wear my Russian hat. Ridiculous, I know, but it makes me happy. And I have to say, it is the warmest thing. And so, yeah. Anyway, I hope that you all have a good day. I'm going to try and come back later on. I don't know why I keep saying I hope you have a good day, if indeed I have said that before, because I know I'm going to join all of these together. But I'm still working it out, so we'll see. I don't feel you saw a particularly good part of Britain, so I'm just going to take you down by the little river towards the high street. And look, dear little nativity scene. This is one of the weird things about living in the country. Well, the charming things about living in the country. I sort of feel like in London that would just get nicked. And here it doesn't, which is very dear. Again, this is the River Brue, so we walked before from the other side of that bridge. This is just a little strip that runs behind the high street. I'm just passing people, so I can think I'm an idiot, but never mind. So all of these little alleyways. So there's one there, and you can basically walk quite a long way along here, and all the little alleyways run up towards the high street. So I want to show you this other little really cute bridge. So if I go ahead, thank you. Sweet little dog I just passed. Yeah. And look, this is just a little really narrow footbridge. So sweet. So historically, obviously I know nothing about Britain whatsoever, other than clearly it's pretty old, the architecture. Well, I still haven't taken you into the high street, but I will, because it's very pretty. But these are just the outskirts of the high street. Lovely church. It's very cute. Oh, hi again. Yeah, so I finished work early today, only had to do half a day. So, sorry, I'm going to try not to look at myself. I find it so disconcerting, and it's just weird, isn't it? It's a weird thing, but I just wanted to say that this video, assuming I'm fortunate to ever have anyone even watch it, I know it will be really disjointed and weird, and I'm just sort of learning as I go along, because probably like a lot of people, I've been interested by this and wanted to do it for a really long time. And then I don't know what happened on New Year's Day. I literally just sort of jumped in and just did it. So it's really not slick. I don't know if it will ever be slick, to be honest with you, but I hope that it will be interesting in some way. And I spoke to my daughter this morning, and I think she's going to edit this for me. So hopefully she will make it cohesive so that it just kind of comes together. I know I keep saying this, but I am going to do a sort of just a sit down thing and explain why I'm doing this. So I'm going to think about that. But I mean, to be honest, in a nutshell, it's about reaching a certain age and that life gets smaller, and it shouldn't get smaller. It should get bigger and continue to grow. And I just want to create an environment for myself and for anyone who watches this and feels inspired of, trying to find meaning. That sounds a bit heavy. It's not really that heavy. It's more pragmatic than that. It's just trying to make life enjoyable. I'm single. My children are all grown up, so grown up now. But equally for women who don't have children and they're single or, whatever, similarly difficult. It's just a difficult time. It's a difficult time. I will be 58 this year, and suddenly there's just a ground rush of 60 is coming, and not, and I'm grateful to be looking and fretting about turning 60. I mean, God, what a bloody luxury. It's really interesting. Years ago, when I was online dating about 10 years ago, and I'm going to be doing that again, actually. I'm just trying to do my profile now. I might even do that with you. I met this guy, I only had a couple of dates, in fact, 2 dates tops. We didn't get on at all. But one thing he said that was really interesting, he was considerably older than me. And he said, sorry, I'm not looking at the camera very often. I'm sorry. I will try. He said, yeah, so he was probably 15 years older than me. I was late 40s at that time. And he said to me, once you turn 50, you have to grow or you'll start to shrink. And I remember that really permeated me. I just thought, God, that's absolutely true. And yet somehow here I am a decade later, like Mrs. Pepperpot. I feel like I'm just getting smaller and smaller, and my focus and my life is getting smaller and smaller. And there have been a number of reasons for that. I moved from London to the country, so that was a big but that was very much my choice. When my youngest daughter went to university, I thought, right, that's it. Let's, try a new life. The big miscalculation in that was finding work that's meaningful. I have work at the moment, I have work, and I'm very grateful for the work, and in many ways it's been great. I work in a boutique. In fact, I have 2 jobs at the moment. I work in a boutique and I work in a wellness centre, and I'm so grateful for those jobs. I cannot tell you, and I don't diminish them in any way at all, but they do not fill me up. I don't have a private pension to look forward to, so I will have state pension. So I need to expand my life so that to let other things in and new opportunities in, because otherwise you can get so pinched in life, and it's really, what a bloody waste, because we're very fortunate in so many ways, and in so many ways I'm really fortunate. I know I am. Also, I just want to clarify one thing. When I was sitting in the car park waiting for my friend Colette, and I said, I'm meeting my mum, that was such a weird thing to happen. I haven't said, my mum was, I try not to cry, but it was a really long time ago. And it's so weird that happened, that I said that. And I'm not woo-woo at all, but I sort of feel like that was a message in some way. So I'm going to stop. My God, what a downer. I'm so sorry. No, I actually think I have some sort of a condition where I can't actually talk about her without crying. It's really bizarre. You know, if I was ever to act, I mean, I would be able to turn on the tears in a moment, because I would just need to talk about her, and then I would start crying. But so I laughed and said, oh, I hope not. You know, she died about 30 years ago, and I was very glib about it, and that just couldn't be further from the truth. It just really shocked me. I just thought, where on earth did that come from? And I kind of can't stop thinking about it. That was just a very strange but kind of wonderful thing that happened, and it made, I don't know, I can't talk about it because I'll start crying, but it was quite special. My aim really in this is to try, I kind of want to celebrate the really good things in life, but also not hide difficult things. So I have to try online dating, because think about living in the country. I mean, literally, the chances of you actually meeting someone are nil. I mean, I'm going to put it at, I'm going to put it at one in a million chance. I mean, it's so small. The reason why I'm rabbiting on about that is just that in this vlog, I want to celebrate the good things in life, and a lot of that is celebrating women. One thing about this part of Somerset is, my God, there are amazing female entrepreneurs here, really, really interesting women. In fact, it is very female in Somerset. So folks, if you're looking for a man, do not come to Somerset. If you're looking for great friends as a woman, come to Somerset, because there are fantastic women here, and I've really met some, and I want to introduce you to some of these women, because I know that you'll find them inspiring too. How could you not? It's not going to be a glossy vlog. I don't have the capability to do that, and with all the lovely music. I mean, maybe Pops will be able to put some really nice music, because I think music's quite important. So anyway, so if anyone is there watching, just, you know, thank you. That's really nice, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, all right, well, you take care, and I will be back. Okay, so it's the following day and I'm at work, but I took Quincy to work with me today, and we're just out at lunchtime. Hi, darling, and Happy New Year to you too. Bye. I wanted you to see number one, which they always do the most beautiful Christmas decorations on the building. Isn't that lovely? So that's a little boutique hotel run by and owned by just the most glorious, pretty young couple, because they're in their 40s, early 40s. They're just really gorgeous people. This is just the beginning of Bruton High Street. This is called the Old Pharmacy, which is the most incredible bakery and restaurant. So you can eat it, it's just gorgeous. Here we go up into the High Street, and there's just always interesting art and design, and it's a really nice place. In some ways it's probably overblown a little bit because it's got so popular, but it's still, you know, not without reason. Okay, so good morning everyone. It is Monday today, which is kind of like my Saturday, so it's very weird, and I've been out of kilter with everyone else for years really, because I work at I work during the week, but always at weekends. Yeah, so today is the first day of my weekend. It's actually a nice day today because, well, the weather's horrendous, but it's my book group this evening, which I love. I started it probably 4 or 5 months ago, and there are just 3 of us currently, which is actually really lovely, and we just have nice drinks, and I mean, the other 2 always do exquisite nibbles, so I'm going to be doing that later on. But I just wanted to talk to you really about the books that I'm considering. So it's my turn to choose the new book, and so I've got a few on the go really. One of which I've read, which is, in fact 2 of which I've read, which is kind of a bit of a cheat, but I read them a long while ago. Just, you know, fantastic books. So the first is Deborah Levy, The Cost of Living. Obviously it's Deborah Levy's own account of her life going through a seismic shift, and it's just quite, I don't know, it just resonates. It's fantastic. She's so insightful. It's just a fascinating book. Next one is Heartburn, Nora Ephron. Who doesn't love Heartburn? I mean, the film actually is with Jack Nicholson and Meryl Streep is just so wonderful, and I thought that might be something, although it's not uplifting, because it's about the breakup of a relationship. It's very entertaining and smart and sassy and all the things that we love. This one here, I've actually, in fact, full disclosure, I actually got this on Audible because I love to do that if I'm sort of decorating or painting or anything like that, doing anything manual, tidying up the garden, even taking stuff to the dump. I have these big pair of headphones, and it is just wonderful because also it keeps you going because you don't get bored so fast when you're doing things, and almost you want to get back to doing these manual labour jobs, and it gives you a great sort of reason to do that. And Audible, I think it's like $7.99 a month, but you get one free book for that. This was a beast. This was sort of like 21 hours or something like that, but oh my god, he is Roger Lewis, what a genius. Apparently he researched, it took him a decade. Well, he was researching and writing this book. He was probably working on other projects as well, I don't know, but for a decade. And you can really see that because he's just so thorough. He's so thorough, and weirdly, even though, I mean, it's not a particularly flattering account, but I feel that both Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton would have actually maybe approved of this book because it does depict them as the sort of almost super beings that they were, and at a time in history when, stars were really stars, but so flawed. So I love that. And the reason I've got the book is just because the writing is just so beautiful. I wanted to own it because I feel like it's one thing listening to a story, but it's almost like you have another dimension when you read it. It somehow permeates. So there are just certain bits of it that I wanted to dip back into, but this is Quincy being annoying. I'm sorry. So I'm going to suggest that to them, just if they just want to read it themselves, I could loan it to them, but that's probably too big for a book group. Everybody's busy, and we do it every month. So, but the one that I would really like to read is this one, Martin Amis. Yeah, his writing is just extraordinary. So this is about basically the literary set in London at a certain, point in life, and just the bitchiness of it. I just want to read you the first paragraph. I just think it just shows how extraordinary his writing is and how he is able to, he really sort of wrestles words to the ground, and he's wonderful. So anyway, so cities at night, I feel, contain men who cry in their sleep and then say nothing. It's nothing. Just sad dreams or something like that. Swing low in your weep ship with your tear scans and your sob probes. You would mark them. Women, and they can be wives, lovers, gaunt muses, fat nurses, obsessions, devourers, exes, nemesis, will wake and turn to these men and ask, with female need to know, what is it? And the men say, nothing. No, it isn't anything really. Just sad dreams. Just sad dreams. Yeah. Oh, sure. Just sad dreams, or something like that. Richard Tull was crying in his sleep. So I just think you're straight in it. He sort of just reaches out and just grabs you, and you're in the story, and it's just muscular and meaty, and I love it. So I hope that they're going to want to go for that. Well, I'm off to basically just got a really busy day, and I'm going to get cracking. And Quincy is back. I don't know if you can see her on her little perch there. And that's where she sleeps because she has a view of the windows so she can guard the property. I want to show you something lovely. that only happens on sunny days at a certain point in the day in my house, and it's just lovely. I don't know if you can see. So I have these two glitter balls. Isn't that lovely? Excuse how utterly filthy my windows are. Isn't that gorgeous? And this painting behind me here is one of my friend Colette's. Isn't it just exquisite? So we're almost done, and I'm just waiting for them to arrive now. But here's Quincy, looking very cute. Look. Say hello, darling. Say hello to everyone. She's a beautiful girl. Look, isn't she gorgeous? Oh, she's a lovely girl. So I don't know if they're going to, I haven't mentioned that I'm doing this, so they might not want me to vlog them, and but I'll see if I can just get just a little moment of the book group. Okay. Quince, give it back.